Hey, what's up, everyone? So we have a little bit of batter here. We're gonna go and try and do a update on the dungeons here. So Flare Games is reviewing the feedback on these guys, and unfortunately my phone may die here, so apologize for that. But the big news is they are reviewing the dungeon information here, and probably will be seeing a rebalance because, as you will notice here, we are running into a tremendously hard fight. Um, we're definitely going to need to use scrolls, so we're going to go and use a scroll over there, bring everything slowed down. So we use the time warp scroll right there. In order to actually unlock the prize, and see my phone is freaking out a little bit. Um, my motion sensor, my touchscreen is not very accurate. But in order to unlock the prize on these guys, you have to get 100% completion on them. So that is part of the reason why they're so dang difficult. Is that in order to actually get any benefit from fighting these guys, you have to have 100% completion. Otherwise, you pretty much wasted the fight. You can see we're running up against elite boosted archers now, and those guys are just pounding away. We are going to scroll there again. We are a level 79 king right here, so a fairly high level. You don't really gain that many levels once you get past the level 70 range, so you can't really count on leveling up. You can see we're almost out of time, and we still have so many more towers to go through here. We've already used 2 scrolls. We're going to go ahead and use 1 more scroll. We're not going to even get 100% here. So this is going to be a huge waste on our part. Pretty much probably the only way to go through this right now is to use some time warp scrolls and then use Armageddon, or use um, the uh, the other one, the Firestorm, I believe it's called. Don't know exactly what it's called off the top of my head. We'll take a look real quick. Hopefully the phone doesn't die. But Armageddon is massive and does tons and tons of damage to everything. So you can see we used 3 scrolls there. Horrible 37%. We had no time left over, so we were really crunched for time as well. Our units really couldn't get out of the gates. Insanely difficult, and we had beaten that before they added the elite boost to those guys, and we did probably only spend around 5 or 6 scrolls, but there, whew, again, 3 scrolls and we weren't even close. So Apocalypse, so you're probably going to want to use either Apocalypse and Armageddon together as both your scrolls. You can see Armageddon right there. Armageddon is a stronger version of Apocalypse, but they cost a lot of pearls. Or you're going to want to use Armageddon and Time Warp, or Time Warp and Armageddon to beat that mission. And you may end up having to strategically die, actually, to resurrect and get your cooldowns off. Because when you die, your scroll cooldowns and your spell cooldowns, they come back at fresh, and so you can use them right again. So you might have to strategically die and then blow everything up again with another Armageddon or another Apocalypse scroll there. So right now, again, these are very difficult. They are looking and reviewing them, so your feedback is being heard, and I have a feeling, I don't know if they are going to change them, but I do have a strong feeling that they are going to make them a lot easier in the coming weeks with the next patch or so. More balanced changes for these, because again, I don't think they're really expecting players to go through and spend 100 to 200 gems slash pearls on each of those missions, because that's kind of ridiculous. So we'll see. So hopefully, because they were doing balance changes and they were making them easier before the big elite boost updates. But then all of a sudden the elite boost kick in, and now these things are just monstrous. They're hard as hell, as I've said, and players are giving their feedback on that. Some players were saying they were able to get like an 80%, 90% on the last dungeon, and now after the Elite Boost update, they're only getting like 30 or 40% with scrolls. It's really knocking people down a lot. Those elite boosts are massive amounts of increases of HP and also damage output. So definitely keep your feedback coming. Let us know which ones are too hard. They are reading and looking in the comments. They are looking, and hopefully I can get you some news on when they're going to change these things, hopefully, and make them a little bit easier for you so that they are doable without spending a ton of gems or pearls on them. Anyway, thanks guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.